be a big guess because I just don't know how the teams will be playing. I think I'll go with Interstellar for the win. I just have a little feeling that Interstellar is gonna take it home. And yeah, I don't know if you have something for the teams. If you know something that we don't know yet, or that
Well,
basically I don't know.
there is, we did go over clinchers in the previous podcast, and just so that everyone in stream, I did run through what was needed from both teams to Killian. So him coming out with absolutely nothing is absolutely fantastic content right there.
Thank you, ADHD. We love you.
But yeah, Interstellar already clinched. They're purely playing for seeding, so if they get this win, then it's going to be pretty much impossible for them to not come first. It would take them losing the next game and Clinical having a better game difference than them for that to change. However, Solaris, they need this win to clinch. If they don't get this win and then lose the next, then they will be dropping out. There are a few other things like CK need to win 2, and I think Ophiuson need to win 1. But Solaris, this is a must win in my opinion. Catching this Interstellar team already clutched, I think that's exactly what they need.
All right. So that means it's definitely gonna be a big match for Solaris, because they want to win this one, at least to have a bit more of a chance to get the playoffs. Um, so what do you think? Like, what team do you think is going to win today?
So on the podcast, I predicted Interstellar to win, despite them already clutching. I think they just, even though they might not have seeding in mind, they'll just want to go flawless. I think that's enough for them to feed off of. So I think Interstellar take it, but I think it will be close. I think it will be like a 3-2 to Interstellar. Maybe caught off guard, maybe not playing their main GC. Maybe playing Meow Pucus instead of Paps, who, by the way, has played so well, so consistently throughout all of the season so far. So maybe that will shake things up a bit more. I still have faith in Interstellar to go flawless, but Solaris, it's their game to win.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I hope it will be a 3-2 match today. Because as we all know, casters love the 3-2 ones, the intense gameplays. So yeah, I'm gonna say that Interstellar is gonna take this win. And I'll just go with you for the 3-2. Oh, whoa! Yeah, that's true. No, I'll just play it safe. I'll go with what you said. So I'm gonna go with Interstellar for 3-2 because I hope it's gonna be one dedicated game for Solaris, but a very, very good matchup.
Yeah, for sure. And bear with us whilst we have a bit of a delay here. Maybe we don't have enough players here with us. They've got until 1:15 to show up. So for now, we'll just have us rambling on about whatever. So
My
if
favorite.
anyone in the Twitch chat has anything to say, Knasig, classic, love that from you. Absolutely not. So this is the match that's supposed to start 5 minutes ago. That is one of the teams. I'm not sure who isn't here yet. I believe it's actually Solaris that aren't here. So they need to show
like
up. Otherwise, it will be a 3-0 to Interstellar.
And that's not something what you want for today's match. Definitely not as the position Solaris is in right now. Because if they win this match, they can lose the next match to at least make the playoffs, right? or is it going to be a tricky one then?
Well, they they have Interstellar this week, that's Solaris, and then next week they've got Clinical. Yeah,
Oh,
so the two hardest teams, looking at the ball busters there, that's interesting. That's all fine. This isn't us today. This is something to keep in mind for a Wednesday and Thursday. This is going to be a big topic, but if we go over to the Wall Thrusters, if possible, we'll have a look at the situation over there, and we'll see. We've got two teams already knocked out in Broken Esports and Team Dynasty. Interstellar already made it, and Clinical have just clinched it last night. So we've got two teams made it, two teams out. It's down to the middle four to fight it out between who's going to make it and who's not going to make it. Yeah. So, Killian, anything here that interests you in terms of where teams are placed?
I mean, for sure, the first and second place. Just because I know what a strong team Clinical is. So my first thoughts for this season were Clinical was going to be on top easily. But I'm kind of surprised by Interstellar how good they are playing, as what I can see from the stats. That they're basically first place right now. So yeah, that says enough. It's a very strong team, a very dangerous team, even for Clinical. And I think that's gonna be one hell of a crazy matchup if they gotta play against each other.
Yeah, and taking a break whilst we wait, they've got 8 minutes to go to show up. But if we look at this Ballbusters conference, we've got Unseen, not quite clinched. They do need to take the win this week, but they are pretty much confirmed anyway. I think something extreme has to happen for them to not make it. So we've got Unseen pretty much made it, and then we've got 4 teams that are on 9 points.
Yeah, that's insane. I already saw it last week, and I thought, whoa, that's some insane stats right there. That's so close to each other, and all the teams want to fight for that place to get into the playoffs. So that's gotta be some crazy matchups as well.
Yeah, and whilst it may not look like it, Fearless 5 and Complex are mathematically out. Even though they can go 3 and 4 and ruin some other teams' days because of the matchups that happen, the best that they can do is 5th. So, yeah, it does go to show actually just how close and competitive this side of the conferences are. You know, you've got 5 teams, even Team Lotus still in it. Obviously, they've got 2 fairly difficult matchups against Resurrection and Team. But if we go back to this match, I believe we're almost there. We've got Bale playing for Solaris instead of 50, which is an interesting choice. I'm not sure about that. Of course, they've still got Clinical to play against next time. We've got Helter joining us. So we're just waiting for one more from Team Solaris to join up.
joined, but he left again.
Don't know what that's about, but if
He was
he's in
scared.
the next 6 minutes, then we're fine.
Otherwise, I'll just join up. No worries. I'll
And it
play
won't
for
be a
Solaris.
it won't be a legitimate match. Yeah. Okay, so we refocus on this match. Solaris need this win. Interstellar are chilling. They don't need this win. They would like this win. But yeah,
Waiting on a
Solaris,
mint.
they don't want to leave it too long, especially against Clinical, who are on that uptrend now. Seeing Jonah pop off yesterday, Reptic and Trix are not having to do as much. I think this team is coming back into form, and that's very scary in terms of prospects for playoffs. If they're starting to get into their stride now, and they're already second, think about how dangerous this team is going to be in playoffs.
Yep, that's that only gives me one choice, and that's getting into Jonah's head. And no, I wouldn't do that. Maybe.
Oh, you definitely would.
Definitely. Yeah, sir.
So, I guess since we've been waiting long enough, let's get into this match once and for all.
Here we go.
Finally, we've waited 11 minutes.
Yes.
And it's time to go, Killian. We've got Interstellar, Solaris Esports, and I'm so ready for this.
Same. I'm really curious where this game is gonna bring Solaris or Interstellar.
A big pass middle already. Chances starting off strong for Interstellar. It's going to be knocked away now. Mystify back into the centre. Bale. He loves the ball chase. Cut middle. Mystify again with the bang. Seems to be the rock solid in defence so far within the first 30 seconds. The corner for Helter. Gets chased down. No one's there to get it. Mystify with the shot. Mystify almost with another goal. And Fotis RL, which by the way is Paps, will be scoring the first goal for Interstellar.
Yeah, the post didn't really let Mystify get that one in. He was very unlucky with that one. But I mean, at least he had a teammate that was able to put it in as well. Here we go again with the kickoff. Humility on the wall with the ball. Gets the pinch, but not really what he wanted. Bill misses.
Also trying to make a play. Oh, there's just a miss there from Mystified. It's going to go in, equalised already.
Well, that's an unfortunate whiff.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. You just go next. It's out of your brain, on to the next play. Right back into it. I'm sure I'll bounce back from that.
If I have to think about all the whiffs I had in this game, then I'll probably cry in the corner of my room.
That's why we don't see you all that often.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, the shot! And Mystify, making up for his mistake. He scored one for himself. And Interstellar back up by 1.
He scored it for himself. Well, I hope it's for his team.
Oh, kickoff again. We've had so many goals already. Bale taking this one slowly. That's an awkward touch. Getting 50'd out. Challenging the midfield. Humility sending this one to the corner. Bale with the demo. Held it with a shot. The perfect team play out from Solaris to equalise it once more.
Well, this is going to look like the 3-2 that we want to see. It's already 2-2, and we got 3-3-3 on the clock. That's all double-digit numbers. Love to see that. Here we go again with the kickoff. Immunity flipped away from the ball. Okay, I'm trying to get it in there. Couldn't really. Got a great save from Bill.
Mystify. Cleared out by Helter. Chasing this one down into the blue corner. There's good clear from KW, I believe that is. Humility. Awkward touch, but gets the clear. Now again. There's just sort of lobs down the field from Solaris. It's working out so far, but it's not a solid response to offense. You want to sort of direct it more to your teammates. Instead of just panicking and sending that one out, it can be adapted to very easily.
Yep, you gotta use the team plays, the passes. That's the most of the time the best way to get a goal in threes. Mystify with a shot, but it's so high. Mystify again tried to get a touch there to at least pass the center, but really couldn't get the touch there. Save from Healthy. Humility trying to get it center. There's a bit of a clinch going on there between Interstellar the team.
Decent pass attempt by Bale. Helter with the shot. That's almost a good play there from Solaris. They're keeping pressure well. They're not letting Interstellar get away with too many clears. Fail. Focus up to intercept this. There's an awkward clear double commit on that as well. KMW with the center off the backboard. No one's there to finish it. Someone's just got to send themselves there. You've got the rotation on the way back there. You just send someone and hope for the best on the shot. And if everything goes wrong, you've got that person that's rotating back. Fotis getting clear to the corner. Low boost. It's a pass one. Fail. Fotis. Oh, that's an awkward touch, but Mystify is going to make up for it and go back into the midfield. So far, the play has slowed down a significant amount.
Ooh, and there's a shot. What a passing play. Mystify with a pass and KMW just puts it in the net. Bill was awkward. Oh, Bill. LT was awkward at front post.
Yeah, he just didn't have any momentum going on it. He couldn't change his direction, caught off guard in front post. He needed to be coming from the back post at that moment in time. It's a lack of judgment in terms of spacing. Going to be a good challenge from Mystify. Still on it. Going for it again. Gets a knockover again. And the shot is just snuffed out by the defense. Interstellar reaching for 2-goal difference, but it's going to be kept within 1.
Fotis putting it away. He brings it back. Keeps on the pressure. KMW tries to get it away, but it was a bit of an awkward touch. Humidity is there, tries to shoot it, but it's just wide. Mystify gets the clear. Bale's there with the boost. Gets it over 1, but KMW is there. And now we only have 5 seconds on the clock. Solaris need to score this one.
Oh!
And, oh, no way! Oh, just as I wanted to say this is going to be a goal, it was just post out. It was so unlucky.
That attempt, it couldn't have got any closer from Solaris. They sent all their players up, did exactly what they needed to do. It came off the post and down. And Interstellar are going to take the first game. But my goodness, look at Helter's stats. 2 goals, 4 saves, 7 shots. This man is popping off, and I won't be surprised if this continues.
Yeah, he's playing very well overall on all the sides of the playing field right now. He's good in the defense, good in the offense. But I gotta say, Luminity with the 3 saves as well. He got 1 assist on LT. No goals for him though. But so far he's pretty strong in the defense. It's just a bit of lack of rotations I feel right now that they are missing. Otherwise it could have been a whole different game, since Interstellar wasn't really playing that well, as in they had a lot of goal chances but just couldn't really get it in there. And let's see if Solaris can bring it around in the second match.
If Bale takes a step up this game, tries to take charge a bit more, instead of letting Helter do all the work, we might see a different game. We're going to see taking a challenge for a big goal. Going to be Mystify again, doesn't get a touch. KMW, told that this man was going to hop off before this match. Is he going to though? And Mystify. Pressure building for Interstellar. Again, possession being kept, and it's being monitored like nothing else really. There's Interstellar on top of everything. Right back into the middle. There's a shot. There's a double commit as well. Already Interstellar making them stretch. That's off the backboard and not being taken advantage of so far. Solaris not able to get it out sufficiently.
Fotis is there with the ball. KMW is up, but gets beaten. Mystify waiting for the touch there from Humility. Trying to get something in there. He gets it to the goal. Oh, and almost at the double.
Now, this is awkward, but Fotis perhaps is going to clear it away right to Helter, who is continuing his form. I mean, I don't think I've seen a champ as consistent as Helter.
He's playing very good. He's just there where he needs to be. And that's sometimes a lot to ask from a champ, but not from Healthy.
Captured by Fotis. Cut out by Helter. He's always there for the intercept play, always there to break up the rotations for Interstellar. Gonna be 50 out of defense. Now Luminity charging forward. Gets a bump. It's gonna be past middle shot. Helter not quite getting the goal, and Bale hits it off crossbar to be sent out again. Solaris with insane pressure, Helter with the goal, and they've extended their lead.
They're just keeping under pressure the whole time. The first shot was saved by Fotis by a pre-jump and luckily bounced off his car, but they just keep on coming there.
Suddenly, a massive wave of confidence coming in from Solaris. Getting 2 goals, being able to hold that pressure that they weren't in game 1. And now paying off, just under 3 minutes left. By no means over, but certainly looking good for Solaris in this match.
Yeah, if they can keep up this pressure and keep playing like this for their other matches, they have a very big chance for winning this one. And there's a good shot from Mystify.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was a bit of a rush out of defense here, not taking time to make the read. Luminity creeping forward a bit too much, not leaving himself enough time to react. Mystify is going to sneak one in. We're back within 1. And Interstellar, they don't want to concede a game, let alone a series, so it's up to them. There's a demo again. There's going to be another goal for KMW.
That's just
got
the
a 2-2-2-2, but yeah.
2-2. Almost.
Just this, yeah, we're always got it.
Almost.
They just have to ruin our fun all of the time, don't they?
Yeah, they hate us as casters. That's the only thing I can come up with. I mean, if they would love us, they would have at least kept it a bit different. But,
just 1 second, lads. Come on.
They don't allow it. Mystify trying to get it center. The health is there. BMW brings it down. Fotis is there, gets a shot, but it's wide.
So the man of the hour gets a demo past 1. Mystify. What to fail. Passing it around the whole sort of pitch now with all of the players. Fotis is going to be taking this out though. There's always the touch over Helter. Reacts in time though. Now Bale off the back, but that's awkward. Helter not able to get the shot off. Now Luminity. Pressure starting to build for Solaris. They do need to get a goal back, otherwise momentum really will be swinging towards Interstellar. An awkward touch, Fotis with the follow-up. Found their feet in this match. Going to be cleared away by Bale.
Mystify a bit awkward there, but at least gets the clear. KMW with a little miss, you know, can happen. Happens to me a lot. Fotis with the 50, great 50 for him. Mystify is there, gets it center. KMW is there and puts it in. No one from Solaris expected that double, I think. Luminity pass there. Oh, my man just got yeeted away. All the way to Jupiter. Poor man.
Wow.
Yeah, great play. Great play from Interstellar.
Call him a gas giant because he's a massive player. And Helter right back. Talk about massive players. He's got a hat trick. Wow.
Yeah, that's one way to get rid of that one goal lead.
Yeah, just score a goal off kickoff.
Yeah,
It's that
I mean-
easy.
Why don't we all do that? You know?
No, touch over one. GC's not having the most impact on this game. It's mostly been Turner. Combination of the symbiotic relationship that Interstellar have as a team. So it's all equal. But you look at Interstellar and not one of their players is doing much better than the others. They're all contributing towards each other's success. And I think that's what makes this team so consistent, is that they're able to pick each other up and utilize each other's benefits. Whereas other teams, if their designated carry isn't performing well, then the whole team isn't playing well.
Yep. And that's something that you can see a lot in teams. Definitely with the carrying part. For like BGCS, maybe the GC that always plays very good and kind of carries the team, and then one week he can't just really play that well, or he's unable to play and they get a sub in. They can really make the difference in the team play.
In OT here, this is awkward to fail. Taking advantage, I think KMW's disconnected as well. That's not looking good. See whether we can get an update on that. There's a self-bump. Fotis did have it, but Mystify comes in, gets the bump on his own teammate, clears the goal for Bale, and Solaris take this game just as KMW disconnects.
And there's the 1-1.
There's the 1-1. Solaris are
Yeah.
very good at this. Last game that they played, Solaris won because Aburu's internet dropped out. Now KMW's internet has dropped out and Solaris take this game. I've got a theory
Ooh,
about
let's
the
hear your
Solaris
theory.
team. 2 weeks in a row, 2 weeks that they need a win. What's happened there? They've had an opponent disconnect in both games. Bit sus if you think about it.
They're just DDoSing someone.
Well, I'm not gonna
No.
say that that's what they're doing, but
We know your tactics, Solaris.
we're on to you.
No, let's hope they're not doing
No,
doing that kind of stuff.
I'm
I
sure
don't
they're
think so.
not.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're not. I'm sure it's just a coincidence, but a funny one at that.
we keep an eye on you, Solaris. We got you
If
there.
this happens
Caught it
next week
4K.
against Clinical.
Oh yeah, then they really caught it 4K. Oh.
So bear with us whilst we just wait for KMW to get back into the lobby. I'm sure it won't take too long. If this continues, then it might end up being a forfeit, which would really be tragic.
Yep.
You know, I don't know exactly how much time will be allotted to getting him back in, because we're not going to wait all day. But at the same time, we want to give a fair chance to all players, because it's not fair on them. That it's not their fault that their internet disconnected them from the match. So, yeah, we'll just have to see.
Let's hope he just gets back very quickly. I mean, so far overall in the 2 games, as I kind of guess, is that Solaris is really putting on the pressure because they want to win this one, especially because next week you have to play against Clinical. And as we all know, that's one of the top teams, just as Interstellar. And if they win this one, they at least have less pressure for next week to play against Clinical.
So,
what can happen?
Yeah, they have no pressure. Since Solaris are on 4 wins, if they do get this win, either from forfeit or from just outplaying Interstellar, then Solaris will clutch. Whereas if they do not win this, then they'll need to win against Clinical, which is always a difficult feat.
Yep. And especially if you have that lot of pressure on your shoulders. That's gonna be a tough one then.
Well, now that we're 2 games in, Killian, who are you saying now is going to take the game?
Oof. I think I will still be going for Interstellar. Just if KMW comes back, hopefully. But yeah, I'm keeping my eye out for Solaris since they have a really big shot at winning this one, especially after winning the second game. They can really pump up the pace for them. And yeah, as we said, if they win this game, they will clinch it for the playoffs, and that's something that can motivate you, but it can also put you back into the mud after you lose a few games. But so far, they're not really showing that.
Right.
Even though they lost the first game.
Just so we're all caught up, apparently he's back in the lobby, but he isn't talking. So he is on his way. So it's just a matter of time until we get back into it. It is 1-1 in this series. Interstellar looking slightly more shaky than they have been, whether it's because they don't have as much pressure to perform, or whether it's Solaris playing up to Interstellar standards. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, let's see it in the next game because KMW is there.
Let's get
And
into
there's
it.
first kickoff. KMW is up. LT gets the shot, but Mystify is there.
Good clear out from Moses here. It's another one. It's time for Helter to shine. And 2 games in a row, Helter has performed excellently. See if he can keep that form up. Bale. Another challenge in the corner. Gets it to his teammate. Helter with a pop up. Mystify gets a weird touch to the side, but it's towards his teammate, so it works out. KMW beats his man. Bale into the corner. Proteus can't get the touch. Bale again. He loves his mechanics. Hasn't been going for too many recently, but he's mostly been focusing on his ball chasing gameplay. There's Helter with the shot, Helter with the placement, Helter with the goal! And we start things off well for Solaris.
Yeah, this is very interesting. They look very good right now. They had a lot of pressure already. But are they able to keep this up throughout the whole match? What do you think, Dwarf? Are they able to keep this pace up, or do you think they're gonna slack one time?
Well, it depends on whether a timeout is taken, I think. After this game, you're really looking at whoever loses and taking a timeout. I think it would be foolish not to. You've got to talk through it, and especially if you lose in maybe a little bit of an embarrassing way or in an infuriating way, that you've got to take that time. Like, even if you're not feeling it at the time, you just take time, cool down, process it, go next. But Solaris, they love their pressure. They're keeping it up and making Interstellar look silly so far.
I mean, and I gotta say, I kind of hope that Solaris is winning, because I would really.
It would benefit you, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope it's for them that they are winning, but I also hope they're not winning because it's benefiting me. But yeah. Oh, and there's a goal for Mystify, and that's the equalizer.
Back into it, a stray chance from Mystify, a loose challenge there from Helter after his weak clear, and we're all tied up again. Interstellar less in control of possession, less in control of pressure, still managing to get goals though, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, most of the time in a game where you need to score, it's helpful if you score.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's not much more I can add on to that. Goals means prizes, am I right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you want to get more goals than the opponents. That's mostly benefiting you.
That's a man of words, is Killian. Oh, this could be an attempt here from Solaris in the corner. They're not managing to get it. Now, Luminity. It's an awkward touch. That's going to be an open net. Helter with the shot. Fotis with the save. And Interstellar managing to hang on to this equalized game. Looking extremely shaky at that. They're still playing for seeding. So it's up to them. They'll get an easier, well, I'll say easier matchup. All of the matches are going to be difficult from the Bullbusters conference. So they'll be playing if they make it to the, well, when they make it to playoffs. So Interstellar, if they finish first in this league play, then they will be playing fourth from the Bullbusters conference. That could be me. That could be any amount of teams.
Yeah.
For the Bullbusters conference.
Yeah, that's insane.
Back into it.
Clear.
They're finding their feet. You know, we've spent a lot of time in this orange half. Helter with the save, and Interstellar really turning up the heat now.
Yeah, they're putting on the pressure, but what I'm kind of used to as Interstellar, what I've seen do in the first game. They had a lot of pressure in the first game, and second game they were kind of slacking. And there's a double tap from Fotis.
What a play. A knock up, Helter not fast enough. Fotis, bang onto the backboard, bang into the goal. And he's back. The #1 goal scorer is back.
Here we go again. 2-1 for Interstellar. And a great kickoff from Mystify, and a great 50 there. But his teammate wasn't really ready for that. Bill with the 50. Goes up for it. Beats KMW, but Fotis is there.
Oh, that's a 50.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a miss!
KMW with a save. That was a tricky one.
They just weren't expecting the miss there, I don't think. It could have been there, but I thought that Mystify was getting a clear. He instead whiffs. There's a missed chance there from Solaris. They need to make something happen now, or Interstellar will be taking this game. We'll be going 2-1 to Interstellar. 5 seconds left. They need to keep this ball up. Make a transition play. Doesn't look like it's going to happen though. 0 seconds.
I mean, it's still up.
Still up.
Touch. Bill with a touch, trying to keep it alive there.
Good. It's going to be putting this one down. Yeah, Interstellar.
Fair enough.
Taking game 3. We're 2-1 to Interstellar. On the brink of taking this, going 6-0. KMW getting 84 points, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is the win. Are Solaris going to take this timeout? I've got a feeling they're not, as they're all readied up already.
Ooh, interesting. Nope.
Doesn't look like
All right.
it.
Nope. They want to go straight in?
I'm not sure about that decision, I can't lie.
I would have taken a timeout. If you have a timeout and you have to win the next one, otherwise our opponents win, I will always take the timeout.
Always. There's no reason not to. Absolutely no reason not to.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure if we go back and have a look at all the teams that have taken timeouts, there's like a massive win rate afterwards. I'll have to get that stat actually at some point, maybe for the podcast, to point out, because I think so many teams aren't taking into account how valuable this timeout actually is.
Exactly. I mean, you have the time to talk with your team, to get some strategy in that you maybe didn't try yet, and it's something to get your opponents out of their momentum.
Well, Solaris, living life on the edge, having to make things happen after this game. If Interstellar win this, Solaris are looking a lot more shaky in the league play season. Their position in the playoffs is not secure yet. They could still drop out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one then against Clinical. Because there's gonna be a lot of pressure on them.
The good thing for them is that both teams have clinched already, so maybe they have less to play for, but I know Reptic, I know Brooksy, I know they'll want to get the win anyway.
Yep.
There's the goal from Fotis to start things off, and it's not looking good for Solaris. Not taking that timeout, not taking time to think, what do we need to do to beat this team? Instead, just going into it, playing your game that's not been working, and it's continuing not to work. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'm not sure why they didn't use the timeout there. Kind of wondering what their thoughts were for the timeout.
Well, it's on offense again, as per usual. KMW picking this one up, can't get the recovery. It's going to be left for Fotis. So dangerous in the air. Gets another touch past Luminity. Going to be left for him though. It's a knock past one, and no one's there to follow up. A double commit now. Fotis with the 50 in the middle. Knock on from KMW. This way. Choosing to wait for that instead of closing it down. I'm not sure about that. Not a whole lot happening currently. There's going to be a save.
I mean, there's a bit of pressure
Oh,
from
no!
Solaris. Oh, that was so unfortunate. His own teammate saved the shot.
Oh, that just about sums up Solaris's game. That has going to be a attempt there from Helter, not put on target. Luminity can't get that past Fotis. KMW trying to get a 50. There's going to be a shot into the bottom right. Now KMW. Pressure mounting for Interstellar. They're able to get onto that again. That's a double commit. And KMW knocking this one up. Himself and his teammate. Mystify onto the backboard. Fotis with the shot. And there's a save from Helter. If anyone's been performing for Solaris, it's been him.
Yeah, he's really keeping up the pressure and momentum for saving some great shot, as we just saw. I mean, it was a great shot from Fotis and a great save from him. KMW with the pinch, just couldn't really get the power on it. Mystified banks it away and gets demoed. Now Bill's there with the ball. KMW beats him to it.
See what's happening now after not taking that timeout. They're going into rushed gameplay. They're going into panicked gameplay. They've still got time. There's one goal. That can be changed within 10 seconds. So they've got time to work with. They just need to make Interstellar overcommit. Instead, they're overcommitting themselves.
What a flip reset from Fotis!
Fotis! Deciding to pop off right now. Going for the flip reset, so controlled, gets it into the upper echelon. It's 2-0 for Interstellar, and they're looking to stamp their way into BGCS history.
Ooh, history it is, huh?
Well, if they sweep it, then yeah.
I'm gonna need that history book then. I'm gonna teach my kids what happened.
And what really would be something is that if they swept league play and then swept the bracket.
I mean, that would be sick, yeah. I mean, you really gotta give them the prize. That would have been insane.
We should call it the Zen Run. That's what they'd be doing.
Yep.
Luminity trying to make chances. That's off the backboard. It's knocked back into center. It's awkward, but KMW is going to be there to beat out his opponent. And Fotis. Low boost, but has control. KMW. Bale for the center. Knocks back into the middle. Helter with the shot. And KMW getting in front of that. What a save. That's going to be sent out as well. There's a miss from Bale. Helter not able to get that one in the middle. That's off the backboard. The shot coming in. And finally, Solaris have scored.
What happened in the defense there from Interstellar? KMW was there. Mystify was there. I think maybe not really sure who's gonna challenge the ball there. And that gave Humidity some time to get a touch on the ball and score it.
Oh, I said it before, all it takes is 10 seconds for a game to turn around. Solaris starting off with the pressure. It's going to be a challenge in the corner. Now Photos.
Only 15 seconds on the clock. Solaris have to keep on the pressure right now.
Honestly, it comes down to Interstellar getting challenges in early. If they can break down that pressure, they know that they won't have to make as many clutch saves. And 1 second, 0, and that's down. Interstellar win this series 3-1. And now Solaris in an extremely precarious situation, needing CK to not perform and to win against Clinical. Two very unlikely things to happen, by the way.
Yep. I mean, someone from Solaris can talk with me, and maybe with a bit of a payoff, some different can happen. But otherwise, CK is gonna perform just as normal. But yeah, there was
you're not playing, right?
Yeah, I'm not playing anymore. I'm just gonna DM from someone.
Yeah.
It said something about $10. I mean, I'll take it.
Easy payoff.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, yeah, we'll just have to see it for next week and what CK will do this week. I mean, Solaris can still do it, but it's gonna be a very tough one, as we already talked about. They have to play against Clinical, and there's gonna be a lot of pressure on Solaris since it's the last game for them to get into the playoffs.
Well, they certainly need to win, and even if they don't win, certain other things also have to happen, so they're not out even if they lose. So they've got that to hope to cling on to, but losing 3-1 and then going against Clinical on when they're coming back into form, it's not looking good. So
it's not really a situation what you want.
Exactly. So Interstellar 6-0 and Solaris going 4-2. Suddenly looking a bit scary for them. They've got to change something. And yeah, that's going to be it today for us. This is the only match that's on 7 p.m. And
Aww.
I know. But tomorrow, I believe we've got a match or two.
I think tomorrow I got one match and Thursday two.
Yeah, we've got one match on tomorrow, which will be the Unseen versus Fearless 5. If Unseen win, they clutch. If Fearless 5 win, nothing happens. So, not too much going on there. And the Unseen punching their way into playoffs, assuming they perform, unless Fearless 5 pull something out of several hats.
Several hats?
Yeah, they're going to need several hats for that.
I mean, let's hope they know someone with a lot of hats then.
But either way, I've been Dwarfer. I've been joined by Circle himself.
Yes, sir.
And that is going to be it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the Unseen versus Fearless 5. Make sure to join the Discord. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow the TikTok. All of the above. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good evening.